Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I finally got a response, Christie, from Chantel Coward.
Come on.
Yeah, I actually did it this morning because she keeps being on Facebook, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? So I keep seeing that you're online, so I just thought I'd try to catch you. Anyway, she put me onto her assistant. She's super busy.
Onto her assistant.
Yeah, because she wanted to talk about like having events and stuff in her office, and she can't meet with me to have the conversation about stuff. Right. Anyway, I'm gonna go down this path. Yeah, she's just like
she's the busiest person in the world.
Yeah, and I'm just like, so then when I went back, I was like, well, congrats on your full schedule if that's what you want.
Yeah.
I was like a little cheeky this morning, actually.
Good. So like, you're going to meet with her assistant and talk to her assistant about
like products. So what Chantel wanted to do is have product in her office. And I'm like, it doesn't really actually kind of work like that, but I can't have that conversation over Facebook, right? So I'll have the conversation with the assistant. Maybe the assistant will be a brand new consultant, and she'll make all the money off of Chantel's clientele.
Yeah, and then I would actually, after you meet with the assistant, like take that meeting and then report back to her in a really short, sort of sweet way. Like, it went great. I gave her all the information, but I got to be honest with you. I think you need to hear this out. Give me 20 minutes.
Right. Okay, cool.
Like, yeah, like I really don't think you know what it is. And I think it'd be worth your time.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing.
Otherwise, you can stock product in her office, but
yeah, that's what And I think, I did meet with her for lunch like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And shared with her everything, and that's why we're at where we're at right now. But my God, can you imagine if she joined 2 years ago?
Yeah, I know. Once she gets it, she'll get it.
She has that like doctor mentality, right? Like where like she's just too good, I think, for what she thinks it is.
But she thinks she does. She just thinks she knows what it is. Yeah.
I just listened to a SoundCloud from a doctor. She's an MVP. I'll send it to you. Is this a doctor? This lady is.
Well, she's a psychologist.
Yeah, but it's this lady was. It was like on the Go for Gold calls.
Yeah.
And it was one of those. It was just like 2 weeks ago or something. Anyways, I'll send it to you if you want. And you never know. She's probably too busy to listen to it. But anyways.
Well, that's just it. Like her big thing, because she's a therapist, she didn't know if it was going to like conflict with their school of medicine. And I was like, no, here's all of the paperwork. Like, here's all sorts of different information from other therapists and psychologists who are doing this business.
Does she want something that will give her time freedom?
When we talked 2 years ago, she was going through a thing where like a lot of her clients had actually committed suicide. Mm-hmm. And she was just like, in this place of like really overwhelm. I had actually gotten together with her just to sell her some product. And then we started to have this like deeper conversation, and then she just shut it down. So I think she does. I think she wants that. But from what I've seen is that she's just taking on more and more and more and more and more, thinking that that's where she's going to find her happiness. But that's why I want to get together with her again, because the last time we got together, she actually opened up in a different way than she seems to in messages. Okay. So I'll go down this path. I'll see where it goes. And then, based on your coaching, I'll follow back up and say what I'll say.
Yeah. And so what I would determine right off the bat is, so you'll get a really good gauge with the assistant, and who knows, maybe that's why you're supposed to meet.
Totally. Right.
Her. Like maybe she's the one. Right. But where Chantel's concerned, sometimes I find we can often see it for others sooner than they can see it for themselves. And I would just find out if, like, I would almost send her or try to talk to her and send her a message and say, hey, listen, I had an amazing meeting with your assistant. Totally see the product as a fit in your business. Would love to do some events there. That would be amazing. I just want to get a gauge from you as to whether you're looking to create more time through a secondary revenue stream that would create that time over time with some effort? Or are you at a point where like nothing's kind of, you don't want to hear anything else?
Sinking in. Nothing's sinking in.
Just try to determine that before you try to like sell her something that's just not going anywhere, right? It may be a few step process.
Right. Yeah. And that
but good for you for getting that meeting.
I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. Like, I'm liking all of your pictures and all of
you
your
have time to be on Facebook all the time.
Yeah. I'm just like, no. Like, you can send me a message back. Thanks.
Yeah. Good. Amazing.
Oh.
So good. Well, good morning to the rest of you. And I see Jen Olson's on our call. How are you feeling, Jen?
Hi, I'm doing way better.
Okay, good. Did you have to have surgery or anything, or no, just antibiotics?
Last week I had pancreatitis. So.
Yeah.
And today Jack just wants to say hi.
He's so cute.
Say hi.
Hi, Jack.
You're going to play nicely. Okay.
Awesome. So, guys, my hair's kind of doing something. This is supposed to be our last call of the 4 for the kind of structured call development that we talked about putting in place for you guys to take back to your teams and start getting them into this committed 2,500 QB building block process and the increased activity and the 4 gold bags out and the 2 events per month. So I don't know what you want to do from here, whether we want to follow through with that. This is the last call. Do we want to have a every other week check-in call? Do we want to have a monthly call on Sundays? I'm open. I don't want to leave you hanging, but I also don't want to overtrain in this world of what we're hearing about. Like, we really do just need to take what we've learned and go put it into action. So just give me some feedback quick from a few of you, what you would like to see going forward and how you think this could be a benefit going forward. Bi-weekly, once a month, not at all. You're ready to take it back to your teams. What do you feel?
Okay. Sorry, you go, Erin. I'll just always go first. So
I know, me too. I always
go. You go.
Well, I would say that since it was interesting that I missed last week and I was away, and I did. Obviously, partly it's because I was physically away.
Yeah.
Felt very disconnected, which is in a good way. Also, I needed to do it, but also in okay, now I'm back in it. So it was amazing how literally the activity can just come to a screeching halt when you're away, or you are not whether you're physically away or mentally away, as many of us have gone. So I know that I have really enjoyed the more structured call. So however it goes going forward, I think that it's very, very, that's why Jen's on this call. Cause I was like, these calls are, even though it's her first call of the last call, but it's in terms of structure wise, there's none of this sort of talking of how we feel and all this stuff. And that's when I went back to, took it back to Jen and some other team. And it was like, this coaching from this place is so much more empowering than the whole talking about our feelings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which we can do that
any day
offline, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm up for still having a Sunday call.
Okay.
Whether it's bi-weekly, and if you don't have them, I'll be okay as well, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not attached to it.
Okay.
But I can definitely for sure see the difference from before and these 4 calls.
Okay.
So whether it goes forward, it'd be beneficial if it was this way. Yeah. And succinct and within the hour and no more than, or 45 minute kind of check-in.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
I know this is my first time on the call, and thank you for having me. I think the reason I said to Erin, I want to be on this call is because similar to what she said, and Christie, in some of your reading trainings, I just love when it's so clear. It's do this, and do this, and here's what they do, and try this. And it's like, I can do that. That's fine. And I just find the more training, the better. Not like too much, but so I'm in, whether it's weekly, every other week. I think it's awesome.
Okay, awesome. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Couple other voices. We're keeping you up, Mel. Mel's on a Muskoka Lake weekend. Okay, is there anyone on here, let me ask this question maybe a little more strategic, anyone on here that would not want to continue for another 4 weeks, 4 in a row?
I'm back, by the way.
Okay.
I'm back in Mississauga.
Oh,
Just
you're back
a
in
little tired.
Mississauga. Okay.
Yes. Just a little tired. No, I feel the same as Erin. The connective part, and you always pick up every time that we do it, something, even if it's from somebody else who's speaking, if it's not always you, but I think they're very, very valuable.
Okay. And Shirley?
Sorry, I had to mute. I actually feel like every other weekend would be okay for me.
Okay.
Probably because we also have Sunday night calls. So I feel like my whole Sunday is about training. And not that that's a bad thing. I just wonder if bookending my day every Sunday with calls is taking up the time that I would be doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the check-in. I like being accountable. I like hearing where other people are at. I think it's really helpful. So I don't want it to go away. I just don't know that I need it every single Sunday.
Every week. Okay. Why don't we do this? Why don't we book? So next Sunday is the long weekend. Does that interfere with anyone? Would you guys like to take 1 week off after month end and then resume the following weekend, or would you like to keep it going? I'm here, I'm available, so I'm fine to keep going.
Following weekend is the area retreat, so a few of us will be.
Oh, that's right. And then the weekend after that is the area retreat. Okay, let's do this then.
Oh,
Let's book next weekend, and let's do every other weekend for the month of July and see how that goes. Because we will have area retreats. If on the third weekend of July, we're like, I'd really like to talk next week, we can do that. My main desire is to have the group of us as often as possible, because I think the more we're together, the more we can all get from one another. So if you guys can make it, is there anyone that can't make it next Sunday? Christine, are you away?
Whoa. Can you guys hear me?
Hear you. We just
Okay, I don't know what I just did, but I can't see you, but I just see this blue circle. Yeah, so I go to, I leave for out east again next week, and it's actually our 6-year wedding anniversary, so I'm going off the grid for 1 day, and I'm there for 10 days.
Okay.
And it's just a Sunday.
Sunday is the day you're going to be gone. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so just maybe catch up and watch the recording. But if the rest of us are available, and is there anybody, Jen Nagel messaged, she had an event that it was the last one she could go to today, so she went to that. So I'll check in with her, and if all of us can be on next week, and then we'll obviously, a lot of us will see each other at area retreats. And then we'll probably have some great information to give back to those who aren't at area retreat the following weekend. And then we'll see from there where we go. But Shirley, I totally get that. And I don't think that you're misinterpreting that the bookending of the morning and the night is kind of like, oh, it's an Arbonne day. So I am definitely sensitive to that. Thanks for saying that. And we'll see how it goes from here. Also, if we can keep it more succinct, I will. Like if we can keep it inside of, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, that's kind of my plan, is like, even when I was thinking of this morning's call, I'm like, okay, let's not all need to give every event that we have planned for the next week. Let's talk about the important things. So I'll just tell you what I'm thinking we should run through. One is how close every week we are to our 2,500 QV, and how close like that 2,500 Central District QV, and how close we are to bonus and why we think we're going to make it or we're not going to make it to bonus. Because if we can be the leaders of the group that are bonusing every month in our district, then we're going to figure out how to teach everybody else how to do that. So those two key components are what I really want to focus on. What's the stopgap of getting us there, really? I'm pretty sure it's going to come down to amount of activity, types of conversations, seeing things for other people that they don't see for themselves, how we get them across that finish line, or do we, and really determining what type of activity does it look like to get to bonus. Because I can't honestly tell you that I know that, but I know people who repeat bonus month after month after month know exactly how much activity they need to do in order to get there every month. So that's kind of what I would like to figure out with us so that we can teach and train that to other people.
I was just going to say, I did an interesting exercise for the jump on June. I was like, okay, I'm going to send it out to, I know some people get it through their emails, but some people don't.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm going to physically send them and through like text to be like, I know you got it, that kind of thing. Yeah. And it's amazing when you go through, you're like, in terms of like, I don't have that many repeat PCs. Right? Like in terms of who would really, I mean, I did in the last little while, but in terms of, I've been in the business for 2 years, I should have had like 30 people to send it out to.
Yeah.
But so it was so if you haven't done that and gone through and your PCs to send it out or what have you, it was a good exercise to be like, that's where bonusing occurs, right? So
that repeat order. And I think, asking for either a meeting, a coffee, a phone call to, one, show your appreciation for the purchases they've made in the past. Two, try to introduce them to new products in the Arbonne lineup that they haven't tried, even if it's one thing from one of the lines, and working your PC base to actually redirect their spend that they're putting out at other places through Arbonne. So maybe it's even taking a bit of a survey, like what do they use every day and where are they buying it from and what do they like about it and what is the price point and can you save them any money? How often are they buying it? That part of the customer service experience for where the PC is concerned, I think will help us recreate orders on an ongoing basis. And then, let's face it, the more connected we get with these PCs, and trust me, when I'm saying this to you all, I'm like, oh my God, I need to do all of this. I am not an expert. I'm just seeing it for myself in a whole different way. The more connected we get with them, the more opportunity we have to get into their network, right? The more trusted we'll be, the more appreciative they'll be of us, and the more likely they would refer. Okay, so it's
all about the relationship, right? I know that in my studio, I became friends, like good friends with all of my clients because they can't leave a friend, right?
Yeah. And do you guys know, I just kind of got clear on this myself, that 720 QV over a year waives the renewal fee for the PC. So if they spend 720 QV, which whatever SRP that is minus their discount, they don't have to pay the renewal fee the next year. So it could be a lifetime membership if they're spending $1,000 a year, right? And you can go back and see how much people have spent throughout the year.
You say it like that, Christie, and it sounds like a lot of money, but if you take 1,000 and break it down by 12 months, it's nothing.
There's your 100 QV,
right?
PC a month, right?
Like 2 RE9s.
Well, and 100 QV per month with Arbonne product is like a body wash and a cream.
Yeah.
So it's not hard to get there. Yeah. Amazing. Okay. So let's go from top across the top. So on my screen, it's you, Nat. Just tell me where you are with 2,500, where you are with bonus, on a scale of 1 to 10, where you think you're going to get there. And guys, I honestly don't want you to tell me you're a 10, you're going to get there no matter what. If you really don't like think you're at a 1, like just be straight. We'll work through it one way or another. This is the first month we've done this. So let's just be real about it.
So in my district, actually personal QV, I'm at 918. So I need another 1,500 to go until I get my personal 2,500. So I have probably 6 or 7 orders that I'm waiting to get comfort. Like people are like, yeah, I have an order. Yeah, I have an order. And I'm like, okay, just give me the order. Yeah. In terms of my district bonus, I'm 1,100 off and 3 PCs away from,
okay.
So it's like 100% done. Like,
okay. And of those 6 or 7 orders, are they new? Some of them new PCs?
3 people will be new.
Okay. And when you say you're, so you're at 918 personal, that's new in UQV, right?
That's right.
Right. Because you don't have a new IC yet this month.
That's right. And I have 2 new ICs in the wings that I'm following up with this week. So
so you're still focused on the picture this incentive?
Totally.
Okay. So guaranteed 2,500 QV personal from you and 100% bonus.
Yep. 100%.
Okay. Good. You go, Chalet, because I'm just going to get my stats off my phone. So, and then I'll go after you.
Sure. I am at about 700 PQV right now, and I really feel I'm like a 10 out of 10 on this new IC to be. Wednesday, I pick up the gold bag that I gave the car party. It actually happens to be my cousin, but it's interesting. She'd come to my house before and was kind of like, I don't really use anything on my face. But being in that room at the car party, she can't stop talking about it. She's posted about it. She ran into a friend she knew that was there.
I saw her post, and I was excited to hear your feedback on her.
So I saw her yesterday. I gave her a gold bag. We sat and talked. She was really keen. On Wednesday, I'm picking it up. She's asking all these business questions. She says she's been approached plenty of times, which I'm not surprised, to do MLM. But she goes, I've never felt like it was for me, or that she goes, but the idea that women are supporting women and helping women, she's like, I love that. So that is her thing. And I'm like, well, you're not going to get more that anywhere the way we have it. And she's so into it. So I believe Wednesday I'll have a new IC, which I'm thrilled about because I think she'll be fantastic. And even last night, she's like, I share all the time. And she's obsessed with Sephora. And I'm like, I don't know what that's about. But she's like, how do I touch the makeup? How do I feel? I'm like, I have tons of it, and you just bring it and people can touch it. And
yeah,
but I recommend stuff all the time. I know so many people, and she just was already starting her 100-person list without even realizing it. Like, she's so keen. But she goes, I just want to try this, make sure it's for me, because then once I'm in, I need to be able to really be confident. I'm like, oh, well, that's the easy part. Like, I'm like, loving the product is not hard for me to get you excited about. So
that's what she has product right now, and that's why you're following up on Wednesday.
Yeah, I get the product, and the plan is to sign her that night. So
amazing. And is it Wednesday night?
Wednesday night. And then Tuesday night, I have a really great Zoom one-on-one with this guy that just got back from the Philippines, who was supposed to be back last week, but postponed or extended his trip. And he's been a PC for a while. And I think I'm not 100% sure because we've never done the DA, but I feel like it could be a really interesting adventure for him because he's all about e-commerce.
Okay.
So there's a really good fit for him in this world. And he does PR stuff. So I feel like combining his love of e-commerce and PR will feel like a good fit.
So let me just ask you back to your cousin. Do you feel like she will do a business order?
Yes. And I think she'll do the skincare and the makeup. I don't know that she'll do nutrition.
Yeah, that's fine.
I sent her some shakes to try, but she's like, I've never been into shakes. I'm like, just try it.
Yeah, it took me 2 years to get into the nutrition side.
And I told her it was my delay too.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so if you're kind of banking on a 1,000 to 1,200 QV order on top of your current 700, your 1,900, what's the plan for the other 500, new and you?
Yeah, I have a bunch of people who are testing a number of products. So I've got orders in the pipeline. They just need to make it happen.
So you have momentum in the pipeline. It's not like you're just banking on one IC.
No. And I this week is busy in a good way, and I have my one massive work thing that keeps getting delayed, but it's tomorrow, so I can finally get that off my shelf in my
Oh,
head.
good. Okay.
And then be back and present in a whole different way. And also Victoria has a big wine and cheese at a salon on Thursday, which I'm kind of excited about. I haven't done a party for a while, so I feel like I need to get in that energy space.
Good. And how far away from bonus are you?
Oh, I'm not there.
You're not there. Okay. And is there anything that you see other outside of your big presentation tomorrow that's been consuming a lot of your time that you could start now that will create momentum for next month that's different for, to bonus?
Yeah, I think I need to. I've been trying to say yes to more things. That's what's been my biggest change in the last couple of weeks, and I'm feeling it because I'm starting to go to things where I'm in different rooms. And like last night, I didn't really want to go at 6:00 to my other cousin's place, but I was going to see the one who is so keen, and I'm like, and it ended up being amazing. And both cousins were kind of interested. The other one's a PC already. She's not interested in the business, but she really likes the products, and just being in that space and talking about it so positively, I think is good. And that's my biggest thing, is saying yes and finding new networks. And Wednesday night, after I sign up her, I'm going out with a couple women, one that I had met a couple weeks ago at the cottage, who I think would be a great IC. And last thing I want to do is go out on top of my already going out on Wednesday, but I'm going to go out again.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think what's really important about what you're saying is, we want to be able to share the bonus with new consultants, because to do 5,000 on your own is a big lift. So having the new consultant in your central district to help you bonus while building the momentum for the next month with new consultants, right? So I think being out, connecting with new networks, staying in the conversation, and then working with the new consultant to make sure that they understand the 2,500 QV, so that combined together, you're constantly working towards that 5,000 in your central district. So that's what I see is what's going to maybe look different for you next month, is if your cousin joins, then you'll work with her, you'll launch her, a portion of her business will go towards your bonus, but in the background, staying connected with new networks so that you have a new IC potentially for the following month, right?
Yeah, and that's the big thing, once you sign one, you keep going. So already I'm like, we're there with you. I need to focus on other people. So that's a good thing. And I'm excited to tap into that Iranian network. There's a lot of women with skincare and makeup in the Iranian.
Oh my God. I have one that I used to be business partners with in my business that she scares me a little bit, but her network would be like off the hook. You remember Sonia, Erin? Do you remember Sonia from Landmark? Anyways, she's beautiful, just like fiery, crazy. But makeup and skincare galore. Okay, so awesome, Cholet. So where I'm at 1,500 new NU with one new IC signed. So I have 1,000 new and you to go. I'm 100% getting there. My new IC is launching between now and next Friday. She's also adding to her business order. After we did her training, she completely understood the 1,000 peak. She did only 2 gold bags on her business order. So once we did the training, she was like, oh, okay. So she's ordering 2 more gold bags. She's got clients. She's meeting with a first touch one-on-one today. So, and then I also have 3 PC orders that I know for sure are going in before the end of the month. So that is happening 100% new and you. And the picture of this incentive bonus, I'm gunning for it. I'm feeling like I'm at about 75% right now. And it has everything to do with the lack of momentum I had this week. So I just had like a down Arbonne activity week, not like in a emotional way. I got caught up in some other stuff that, and I did not prioritize my Arbonne business this week. So I've got some work to do this month, this last week of the month. And I've also given my word to my business coach that I am going to stop wasting so much time and really get focused on a good 3-hour work chunk a day. I can tend to get a lot done in a short period of time. So I'm going to schedule from 9 to 12 every day for my business work, and then my meetings after 12. So I got some schedule juggling to do, but I'm not great at booking 3 meetings throughout the day and then trying to get other stuff done in the middle of it. So I've kind of figured that out, that I need a structured period of time to do my reach outs, my follow-ups, book appointments, and then go on with my day. So that's where I'm at. How about you, Erin?
Yeah. So I am in my central district at 12. I have 1,200 to go. And to bonus, I still need 5 PCs. So it's pretty far off. And it didn't help that I was away, and it helped my brain that I was away. Do you know what I mean? So I've just been focusing all weekend on booking my calendar, trying to get some new meetings. My people I've had who are in these long conversations of joining Arbonne. I've been every week. It's like, okay, well, maybe so I have to sort of, move on, I think, from those guys. Even though I know, like, you just know they're going to come. You just don't know when.
Yeah.
So yeah. And that's what's been going on. And I realized too, like, I have to get to some new networks as well. Even going to, like, we take Jack to soccer now on Sunday morning. So every time I go, I'm like, where's their new mom? Trying to find somebody new, or just to even chat with, or be, so that, but I also had I have a big network I'm part of this East York moms Facebook group, and there's like 3,000 people on it, but it's a very, very, very tight-knit group. And so yesterday I was thinking, like, because you also can't promote your business on it. It's not about that, right? So but I was thinking, how can I be more present in the group and things like that? And I was thinking, I usually have Fridays, and I'll have even a lot more flexibility throughout the week, as my role's changing a bit at work. But where it's like, I'm just going to post on there, like, what mom is at home and wants me to bring them a hot cup of coffee, and I'm just going to randomly bring somebody. Like, that's how close the group is. Somebody will say, can you bring me one from Red Rocket? And like,
oh, wow,
that I don't know. So I thought, why, if I do that every week, I can meet a new person every week.
Amazing.
I mean, it might take a little bit of, just those little things I was thinking of, like, how could I do things differently? I'd meet new people, because I also have 9,500 QV to go to close area.
Okay.
This month, which is a massive stretch, and it could be possible. I mean, Emily is 97 QV away from qualifying for district, and she's like, oh, somebody must have put in an order. I'm like, yeah, 900 orders. Like, she did, because she's just has chosen sort of to walk away, right? And or not really. But so I sent her a message this morning saying, by the way, you're 97 away from qualifying. And I said, why don't you just come on our call tonight on Sunday night? Because she hasn't been on the calls for probably about a month or so, or more. So that's 1,000 QV that she has great customer base. So anyways, maybe she'll come back, and maybe but it's all about sort of letting them go and come back. Right. That kind of stuff. But so
it was really good to see her at the car party. I made sure to talk to her because I hadn't seen her, and it was good. So that's what's happening. So it's really it's just head down for the next.
And is Mary working, or is she? I saw her at the car party. Is she just sort of still kind of hanging out?
Jen, why don't you talk, because Jen's been coaching her.
Sorry, Mary. Yeah, so Mary's back in full on. I've been having calls with her and giving her a little coaching based on what Erin said, like just action, because she gets caught in the emotion. Mm-hmm. Mary's big thing is her network's running out. So I encouraged her to sign up for Eric Worre's emails, because he's got a great way of how to expand your network. And we talked about outside the box, because a lot of her network lives out of town. So doing like online parties and things like that. So she's all in, and it's a slow climb, but she's she's going for close. I think she's got about 5,000 QV, but she's like, I'm doing it.
Okay.
So she's back, and it's
nice.
going.
Okay, good. She looked really happy on Wednesday.
And she said the reason she came back is because of us.
Good.
It's her why, and to be part of something special. So it's great.
Okay, good. And I encourage you guys when people are, giving you their why, I encourage you to dig deeper with them, because the community is fabulous. It is 100% fabulous. It will not carry the day. Like, it just won't get you to region.
Yeah, and her and I spoke about that, and she said that's the reason she came back, and she said her why really is she wants to be able to make choices in her life because it's a choice.
Good, okay.
Not because she's got to consider money or like, oh, I have work and all those things.
Good. And does it also kind of sounds like when people say that they want to be a part of this community, the part of the community that they want to be a part of is the people are difference makers. So what that sounds like to me is that she actually wants to be someone who makes a difference for people. It's just more responsibility when she makes it about her. So that's where I would go with her on that, is like, what is it about the community that you love, and who do you want to be that you're inspired by people in the community? And then let's work towards that, because it is individual. All of us getting to region and her hanging out watching is not going to make her feel good. Right? So when people talk about wanting to be a part of the community, I always say, okay, that's awesome, but what is it about the community that you want to be, right? So that you can continue to feel a part of it. There's nothing worse than watching all your colleagues going up like this and you sort of sitting back there waiting. So work with her on that and really get her connected with the personal development part of it to get her where she needs to be. And it's going to have to take consistent action. And so in the world of the Picture This incentive and the 2,500 QV building block for you, Jen, where are you this month?
Okay, so new and you, I'm at 1421.
Good.
And so my friend who came to the car party signed up.
No way.
Yeah, she's amazing. Sorry, I just have a cranky baby sitting on the floor. Okay. And so she signed up, she put in, and so similar to what you said, Christy, she put in her order.
Yeah.
822. And I said, listen, this isn't to scare you, but
right.
180 more QV and you qualify. And she's like, perfect. She's like, I need to get makeup anyways. So that's fine. You're okay, sweetie. You're okay. It's like he knows I'm talking.
Yeah.
So here.
And we don't mind the little whiny in the background. It's all good.
And so her thousands in the bag. So that's good.
Okay. And when are you announcing her?
Okay. So here's the thing. She doesn't have Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Which is all fine.
That's fine. For you, you should announce her for you and for the community. Okay. So yeah, don't just say she doesn't have Facebook as of yet, but like, I just want you guys to know that we have another success story from the car party.
Will. And the conversation about Facebook is fine. So she will get it for Arbonne purposes, and it's all good.
Yeah. she can just build like a personal business page, right? For Arbonne.
And then, so we're doing her training tonight.
Okay.
And she's gonna start her launches. So we'll probably get 2 in this week. So I'm hoping that's gonna bump up the QV. So I'm really going for the picture.
Yeah. Well, you have to.
1100
IC, you have 1100 QV. Like it's just it's a no option.
So that's awesome. I also have 4 orders coming in, 1 new PC in there.
Good.
I have 1 prospect for the 30 days for July. So I'm hoping that that's going to come in this week.
Okay.
I have a guest on Monday. And I have 2 prospects for ICs who said to me, please follow up with me the last week of June.
Awesome. Okay.
So that's great.
You, on a scale of 1 to 10 for bonus, sounds like you're 80 to 100.
Theoretically, yeah. If all of that comes to fruition, yes.
Okay.
And I'm gunning for it.
Good. And Mary's in your central district, right?
Yes, she is.
Yeah. Okay.
And Leslie is too, and Leslie's inactive, but she does do QV every month, probably for herself, or so that's so I'm going to reach out to her as well.
Good.
And my mom, who's an IC but isn't selling, does more QV than most people every month. So she's hilarious. Anyways,
so where are you? Are you at 14 total plus? Like, is 14 your total central? And
no, my total central 1692.
Okay.
Because the stuff Mary does, it doesn't contribute to New and You, right?
Right.
Yeah. So 1421 New and You. I'm 3308 away from DM bonus and 3 PCs.
Amazing.
So there's work.
Yeah.
Work to do.
But exciting work. Sounds like you got stuff going.
Yeah,
what I love about this is that none of us are like, I have no idea where it's coming from.
Sorry?
I love that we're not all like, I have no idea where it's coming from. Like that we actually have some really good activity going.
Yeah. And like, and there's more to do. So it's good. It's busy.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Well, welcome to our calls.
Thank you. No, it's super awesome. I definitely love these calls.
Good. Okay. Mal Pie.
I am probably about 1,500 away from my 2,500, which should be good. I had a weird week. My Tuesday and a Thursday one-on-one, both of them both canceled, but I was able to book someone else on the Tuesday that I had been chatting with, and she's someone actually after this call last week, she had said, "What about Shelby? Like you should." So I was like, I'm just gonna reach out to Shelby again, who's been like 100% yes, and then she was a no.
I remember this Shelby girl. Wasn't she at the pool party or something?
Yes, and then she just completely ghosted on me. And she's a good friend of mine, and I would message her, and she would just not respond to me about Arbonne. If I messaged her with something else, she'd respond. Arbonne, she never responded. And it actually pissed me off, and I was almost like ready to defriend her. And then she reached out to me. I reached out to her because Matt had said invite her to the car party, and she couldn't come, but she was like, let's do dinner on Tuesday. So I was like, great. And she, because I about Arbonne, and she's used the RA9, bought RA9, bought nutrition, bought makeup, but didn't come with any product in hand because she's already a buyer. But she was like, okay, I want to have Arbonne. She asked more questions than she's ever asked, and she wants to try the new RA9 line because she's heard some mixed reviews about it. She's heard some people say they didn't like it. She's good friends with Rhonda Rumsey as well, and she knows that whole group. So her only concern for joining is that she feels like Rhonda's already kind of cornered the market in her friend group. But I've kind of explained that for her. She has a ton of other, like she's a dance teacher. She has all her dance moms, her dance teacher friends that she could do. Anyways, but she said verbatim, if I like this new RE9, I'm 100% gonna.
And when's the follow-up?
Well, this is the thing. So because I didn't have the product, she lives in Barrie, but her mom lives in Aurelia. So I dropped the product off to her mom. So she said her mom's gonna use it. Her 2 sisters are going to use it. So 1 gold bag is technically 4 people. So her mom's using it right now. She texted me yesterday, said that she hasn't had a chance to go get it yet, but she's going to get it like within the next couple of days. And then I told her, like, I'm kind of like throwing in, like, if you get it before they went bed, I have a mascara here. I'm like, I'll give you a mascara. So I think she will. And again, so her mom and her sisters are also using it. So I'm really hoping for that one. The Thursday one canceled.
Let me just say something about that. So when you end up in like kind of like a spider web of all these people wanting to try it, and the person that you're prospecting is like, well, if this person likes it, and if that person likes it, and if that person likes it, then I'm in. A couple of suggestions for you would be, okay, you try it first. Mm-hmm. I will bring down 2 more bags for the rest of your family to try over the next 3 or 4 days, so that you're not at the mercy of them deciding when they're going to use it. So a little more control on your end about how to get this product in people's hands and back quickly. And I think, you know, we touched on that with your strategies last week, is there's this sense of urgency is missing in order for you to turn the opportunities fast enough, right? And I know at the end of the day, you work a long day. The last thing you want to do is grab 3 gold bags and drive to Barrie. That's the difference. And no, Natalie, you can't drop them off at somebody's house. I know that's what you're going to say. I'll do it. No, this is where Mel has to actually do what Cholet was saying, was the last thing she wants to do is go to a friggin' another cousin's party, but what you'll get out of the extra mile, going the extra mile, Mel, will prove to you that that's the step up in what your current approach to the business is going to require.
Right. And I have no problem going to Barrie at all. And
Yeah.
it was just, she just said, oh, my mom's in a really, and I always see her. That was the only reason why we did that. But yeah, and
I totally get that completely. I just think that if you're prospecting to one person, I just wouldn't want to give chance away to the mom to get it to the daughter that you're looking at trying to create that relationship with, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you drive it to her today?
Yeah. Well, her mom's got it, so I'd have to. But
no, go to Barrie and drop one off for her directly.
If the mom's got it, the daughter who you're looking to join the business doesn't have it yet and hasn't tried it yet. So
she messaged me yesterday directly to say that she hadn't picked it up.
Right. And so now we're depending on her and her schedule. And let's face it, people just don't know how good it is or what they're even delaying their time on waiting, right?
Right.
So I think you get the flavor of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'll message her today for sure and be like, how can I make it easier? And I'll come or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And because, here's the thing is you're doing all this work to create this. And I know you're working and I know you're committed and I know you want it, but then the results aren't there. And the results aren't there because there's some gaps that need to be filled.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another girl, she canceled for the Thursday, but we've been chatting and she definitely wants to host a party. She's going to place an order, her and her friend. So I'm going to follow up with them. I'll do that today.
So when these people cancel and they say they want to do this, how is that communication over text?
Well, before this, it was through a friend because I don't know her. So her friend. So now I've just got her info. So it is through text. So we actually have never met.
So did you book the one-on-one with her through the friend?
Yes.
Okay. So that's another lesson I would say there is in order to really feel confident that you have the meeting, that you've spoken directly with that person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so if you're getting referrals through friends, get that information from the friend. Don't have the friend book the meeting for you.
Right.
And then you wait to hear from the friend whether it's confirmed or not, right?
Yeah.
And then when it comes to it being canceled and you hearing that she does want to do all these other things, again, you have to get those things committed and confirmed and into your calendar. Otherwise, it's just more of this. They say they want to do all of this, but you're not in control of it.
Right.
All of these people are in control of your destiny, for lack of a cheesier word. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to run the show.
Right.
I think that's the shift you need to have.
Yeah, I am definitely too. Like, I make it more accommodating for everybody else and what
Yeah.
works for them as opposed to what works for me.
Yeah, you need to run your business, and your potential prospects and PCs are running your business, and you're like, oh, okay, just being kind of nice about it, right? And not that you need to be not nice, but you need to run your business because you're the one that knows how to produce the results. Right. And if by any chance they do become interested in the business, you're teaching them how to duplicate letting other people run their businesses. Right.
Yeah.
So boss babe shoes on.
Yeah.
Get in control of your activity.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, good. Mel Del Monte.
Oh God, sorry. I'm like, I don't even feel like I would be here. I got back so late last night. Was a long day. It was beautiful.
Good.
So
we have a new IC. So I think you've smashed every goal so far, haven't you?
No, I got to still work on my bonus.
Okay.
So I need.
So where are you at with the pitch of this incentive? Earned?
The pitcher is earned. Yes. To bonus, I need 3 either ICs or PCs.
Okay. And you've got how many? Do you have 2 new ICs in your?
No, one right now. Well, we got Corinne, right? But she's from last month. I have
her work goes towards your bonus.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I know. So she is hopefully going to be signing Jeff this month. And I have another great follow-up on Wednesday. And another meeting on Tuesday. So I have things in the pipeline which could also work for PCs.
Okay.
Yes, let it all work out. Right now I'm struggling a little bit with getting people to host. It's like summer's here and everybody's busy.
Yeah.
So that is not really working great right now, but I still keep at it.
Okay.
And
do we have an area qualification no matter what happening?
We have an area hello. Yes. We clearly have an area qualification.
Good.
As you know, that wasn't my goal. My goal is way higher than that, so I don't even look at that number.
Yeah, and I love that. Like Mel, just so the team knows, Mel Del Monte's goal this month was 24,000. And every time I talk to her, she's like, oh, 10's a no-brainer. I'm like, I'm going for 24. So I just love the psychology trick to the mind, right? Like,
yes.
Why would I go for 10 when every time I go for 10, I fall shy of 10? So I'm going to go for 24 and see what happens.
Yes, we see what happens. So another week left. So all good.
Yeah.
The biggest week usually of the month, right? So
yeah, I love your headspace this month. It's just like,
I
got it.
I started structuring, which thanks for your help, by the way.
Good.
Getting my head wrapped around a little bit more about the computer parts, which I'm not really good at. It's getting there. It does help me. And yes, Erin, it's kind of scary when you see your actually PCs and you write them all down, the one they're active and when the last orders were and so on and so on. I have a couple fantastic ones that are literally regular every month. And some of them I have to love a little bit more and reach out a little bit more.
Good.
But it's good from this point on forward to have this on a spreadsheet written down, color coded now for me.
Yeah.
To know when to do that. Yes.
Yeah, Mel, I mean, your customer base, the potential there is so strong. And with 2 ICs that are really committed and yourself, you've got a beautiful little area. Like it's there, right? Yeah. So step into it and then let's move forward to region before we go to Germany.
Yeah, I'm just leaving for a whole month in July.
That's okay. That's okay. Mona Sharma closed region in Italy.
Yeah.
She went region giving birth or something, or like went region qual delivering her baby or something ridiculous. Megan Kryptonik, I never say her last name properly. She closed area delivering her baby.
That's amazing. I'll be closing at being in China. So let's do that.
Yeah. So anytime we get in our heads, and I do too, right? Becoming a first-time mom, I have had conversations with Natalie and our business coach, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm kind of like anticipating this overwhelm. And then I'm like, what am I talking about? People have 5 kids and they're going nation. Like, I'm a big, strong woman. I can handle this, right? That's what I think we need to take into consideration. And I had a meeting with a financial planner the other day that my dad introduced me to, whose wife is an Arbonne consultant. They just had their 3rd child. And he's like, yeah, she's kind of in the, in the low right now because she just had her 3rd baby. And, maybe there's something you could say to her that would make a difference. And I was like, the only thing I would say to her is put her big girl pants on and go get what she came here to get. And he was like, oh, but sometimes it can be a bit much. And I'm like, nope, there's plenty more stories that people have way more than that they get it done, right? So
isn't it by her 3rd kid she should know what she's doing?
Have figured it out.
I mean that in the way of like, isn't it easier as Jen's new IC has she forgot to mention she has 4 children.
Wow.
And
My
2 are twins.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she's my age, so I'm 34. She has 4 kids. The middle 2 are twins. Her and her husband, so they live in Oshawa. Her and her husband both live in Toronto and commute every day. And when I said to her, like, all's good, she's like, my kids will always be there. She's like, I can't let them run my life. She's like, they've already run my life for so long.
Love
so
that.
she's like, now I run their life and they're going to sell Arbonne. And I was like, okay, let's do this.
I love that.
Yeah.
My sister has a new IC that is similar, has a, I don't know how old's Jess's first now? She has a 2 and a 3-month-old. I think she just signed her like 3rd consultant. She's like 2 months in the business or 3 months in the business, lining up one-on-ones for my sister all the time. Owns a business, like owns a tanning salon, like a full-on business that she also runs. So it really, these are the people that want it.
And it's a mindset. Like, I can't say I had it when I had Jack. I took 6 months off because I was like, this is super messed up. But that was my mindset as a first-time mom.
Yep.
So it's just, I'm hoping with, when we have a second, it's not going to be like that.
It won't be, because you already now see what you can do.
Yeah. And it's just a mindset and a shift. And because she has 4 kids, she can already see that life can't ever stop.
Totally. And I said to Chris Atley this week, I said, what I've really noticed is that I'm not sacrificing enough to get where I want to go. And, I'm like indulging in my weekends and not doing, as much work as I know I can. And that's just not going to get me there. So there are short-term sacrifices, children included, to get you where you want to go for the long-term gain.
I'm just going to step away from the video a second. I just have to give Jack breakfast, but I'm present and listening.
Yeah, and we're going to go through Christine and then wrap up. So
okay, great.
No problem. Thanks. Okay, Chris.
Okay, so I've had an awesome week. I had, as some of you know, I had a Chris Atley coaching call this week, and we really dialed into I have a new consultant that I signed 2 weeks ago. He's my Uber driver and just wasn't showing up, was sucking. He was a time suck, basically. Took him to 2 DAs, met with him 2 times. And I finally just said, after a call with her, it didn't arrive naturally. I'm not going to take credit for that. But pretty much the call came to was, you just need to write him from an empowered state and where you would want to be and what you want your business to be. And I said in a very nice way, I've lost sleep over it for I don't know how many nights. And ever since I wrote the note, I've been fine. I haven't heard from him and I'm totally fine with it. But really, he knows what the business needs to be. He knows what the next steps are. And there's nothing else I can do to help him until he chooses this for himself. So done, moved on.
And I just want to tell the group like how important that is for you. And it may make a difference for some people on this call. Christine, how long have you been in the business for?
Just over a year.
Just over a year. And I was looking at your downline the other day. I think you have like 8 or 9 consultants, all of whom are not doing anything. And it's kind of been a pattern for Christine. She, has incredible activity, has amazing conversations. These business partners sign most of them without any kind of business order commitment. Some of them with it and do nothing. And that can get really frustrating. And if, when I was looking at your organization, I was like, if I was Christine, I'd be so frustrated. But here's the thing. You just had a conversation in a coaching call that shifted what I think has been creating that pattern. You've had a mindset of, I'll just get them in and then I'll show them the way. And what's not working about that is that you coming from the empowered state of who do you want to partner with? Why is it important to get the tools that we need to be successful? And if they're not a yes on those, then you're just going to go find the people that are. And I'm so thrilled to hear that you had that shift because everything else you have, it was just gaining that confidence to be able to say, no, that's not the right one. Move on to the next. Right.
Yeah, I said it before. I'm like, yeah, it's a non-negotiable, but no, I would say that, but it really wasn't. But now I'm like, no, I'm like, to be honest, I'm like, I don't need you in my business and I don't want you in my business because I'm not loaning out everything I have to support your business.
Yeah. Or if they're like, I want to be in your business just because I want the discount, then you're clear about why they're in your business and you don't have the expectations.
Yeah. And so funny, since I did that, a lot of stuff has been showing up. And it's no coincidence. Things have started showing up just by me affirming that this is not happening this way, and he's not going to be in my business until he chooses that it's right for him, or anybody else for that matter. I've had people reach out to me about it. I've had amazing conversations. Like Erin said, I pretty much was at the park yesterday, and I go to the park and I always like scope genuinely. But I met a woman yesterday and her house had just burned down. We had a great story. We were chatting for like 45 minutes while our kids played, and it was Arbonne never came up. She's a lawyer. Her husband's a lawyer. They needed some help with financing, so I gave her my contact info for my other job. But it's going to lead to something because she's moving around the corner once her house is rebuilt. It just felt super genuine. I have amazing one-on-one set up this week. I've got all my gold bags out. People came to me at the gym and was like, "Oh, Christine, I wanted to try this moisturizer. Can you get me?" So I didn't just send them moisturizer. I sent them the whole gold bag with the Genius Ultra. Good. And she's like 60 plus skin, like is in love with it. So a lot of stuff is happening. I would have said earlier this week, Picture This was done in the bag. Okay. But I don't have the IC right now. Not to say I won't get it. There's a lot in the hopper. I just don't know if they'll land beforehand. Okay. But I'll definitely hit my 2,500 PQV. Good. I have 4 or 5 big PC orders that they're doing themselves, which sounds stupid to say, but normally I'd have PCs call me and say, "Hey, can you put this in?" Oh, it's great. I'm now training all my PCs to put it in themselves, check the rewards. So I have 3 or 4 of them who are ready to put them in this month.
Fabulous. Well. So good. I have no doubt that was a big shift, like a big one for you. So I'm
it feels good.
I'm excited for you.
It feels like I'm walking in like my Boss Babe shoes everywhere.
Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap up. It's 9:32. Sorry to go over a few minutes. But that, where we're headed is exactly where I think we all want to go. Let's have an incredibly strong month end. Let's kill this Picture This component. I have a big commitment to my sister. She's got a big commitment to head office for how many? I think she said 42, right, Mel? Oh, anyways, big commitment. She's here doing an exercise video. So let's help her out. Let's get us where we want to go. And I will talk to you guys next weekend. Bye.